well, guess I'm not going to work tomorrow or the next day or the next day. I'm going to have to find some supplemental income. Damn.
Well, I don't know if you guys know, but there is currently a government shutdown happening today, right? I know you saw my video a couple of days ago where I told you guys it was coming and that you need to prepare for it, and these guys aren't playing. I know that you thought it was going to be a normal everyday, oh, look, we're going to threaten you. Oh, look, we're going to shut down and blah, blah, blah. And then it was going to go do what it always does. Turn back on. Before midnight hits, normally it turns back on. But I said something in my last video that is very important. I said to you guys, don't play around with this administration.
Don't do it. You'll regret it, man. Trust me.
I said, do not play around and think, oh, I'm good.
Sure.
Play around and don't budget and have your financials together. You are putting yourself at risk financially to lose everything.
It's you! It's you!
Yeah. Well, yes, kind of.
How could you, man?
Because what happens when you don't have a job? What happens when your boss says, look, you're gonna have to work for free for the next, I don't know how long, but we'll catch you up? What could happen to you financially if that was the case for you? But we're going to talk about it, guys. My name is Orlando. Welcome to the channel, guys. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. It really does help out the channel. Also, too, guys, I have a newsletter. You know what I'm about to say? It's free. How can you be free? You can't. You can't be free. Also, too, if you need any type of financing that deals with commercial properties or investment properties, I'm your guy. Been a lender for almost 20 years. I can assist you with that. That information is in the pinned comment in the description. Guys, let's jump straight to it.
Let's take a look now at Capitol Hill, where the government has shut down for the first time in nearly 7 years. At midnight, the government ran out of money. Both sides are blaming the other, while millions of federal workers brace for what is a very uncertain future. What was the final chance to keep the government open failed tonight in the Senate. Majority Leader Thune and Minority Leader Schumer had this to say.
We don't care. I don't care what these guys are saying. They're going to say the same thing over and over and over. And here's the thing. I don't care what side you're on. If you believe these people, listen, I got that rock outside. I raised the price $1 million. It'll take you back in time, guys. It'll take you back in time. How can you beat that deal? You can't.
Shut up and take my money.
Maybe you can go back in time and just change all of this. So you're not getting furloughed. You're not getting fired. You're not getting laid off. But, I digress. Here's the thing. We always say these companies aren't loyal. I always tell you that these politicians aren't loyal. You have to look out for you and your family. And that's what I'm trying to prepare everybody for. Look, they're telling you to buy a house right now. What if you bought a house? What if you currently were going through a closing right now? Matter of fact, what if you already went through the closing and now you don't have a job? Or now you don't know what's going to happen in the next 2 weeks. You don't know if you're going to get a paycheck, if you're going to get back pay in the next month, 2, 3. You don't know. This is what I was trying to tell people. Hey, slow down. Maybe we should do some research here. Maybe we should think about it and go, this is probably not the best time to do that. There's just too many variables in this equation. I don't even know if my job is stable. That should have been red flag number 1. When someone, and I'm just being clear, guys, here. If someone tells you, think about this, and I know people are gonna be like, well, I didn't think of it that way. Let me ask you this. If your boss came to you and told you, you may not have a job next week, would you go buy a house the next day? Would you go buy a new car that day? Would you think to yourself, I need to pull back. I don't know what's gonna happen. You would do that, right? What's the difference when the president says it? When the president says, I'm gonna lay all of you guys off. We're gonna go through and we're gonna cut. You didn't believe him. Even though we have evidence this year of multiple people getting cut. Even though we have evidence of the administration saying, we want to make government smaller. You didn't believe him? The government has already done this. So the proof is already in the pudding.
You're fired.
This is the reason you guys are believing real estate agents telling you, yeah, you better, I don't care about your job history, but you better take advantage of this. Buy the overpriced home that costs $600,000. Yeah, we don't care if you can afford it because we're going to get our commission and we're going to skedaddle. Do you think the used car salesman is going to say, oh, you lost your job? Man, you know what? We're going to give you a discount. Matter of fact, you know what? We're going to pause your payments. Don't worry about anything, John. Don't worry about it. We got you because we're family. We're family. And listen, I understand. Some of you guys think my message is harsh. I'm explaining what you need to do to prepare for these things. Here's a bonus. It's good for your financial future too.
Write that down.
But listen, you don't need to hear from me. Let's hear from some people who are going through it now.
I don't know how much more of this bullshit I can endure. Today is my final paycheck moving forward if we go into shutdown on Wednesday. And a lot of people have a lot of shit to say about federal employees, and I'm getting fucking sick and tired of it, honestly. I really am getting sick and fucking tired of people running their goddamn mouth.
What? Who is she talking about? She's tired of us running our mouth, guys. She's tired of hearing that, hey, your job might be on the line. She's tired of hearing, hey, you may want to prepare for this. Don't buy that car. Hey, that house that you want to buy? Yeah, probably not the best time. How about we wait? Also, too, you do know we're going into the end of the year. We all know what happens at the end of the year. We all know what happens at the end of the year. and these companies will come out and tell you, we're just doing evaluations.
Huh?
You're doing evaluations, but you're hiring more people for seasonal? That doesn't make sense. Why don't you just keep me? How can I say this? You make too much money. Yeah, you make too much money, man. I'll just be honest. We can get 4 teenagers, 4 20-year-olds, 24-year-olds younger than you for your salary.
I want you to imagine going into your job. Okay, so your rent is due in 2 weeks, right? Or your mortgage, whatever. And your boss goes, hey Bobby, come here. I just want to talk to you for a second. Listen, I don't have the money to pay you next week, but I still need you to come in, okay? So like I'm going to give it to you eventually. I just don't have it right now.
Yeah.
Just do me a favor, come in, and I'll get it to you when I can. That's what a government shutdown is. We all stop getting paid, all of us. And the scariest thing that's happening right now is something that's never happened before. Is Donald Trump is saying he's going to fire all the individuals that are non-essential that are going to be on furlough. I'm essential. I'm not on furlough, but I still won't get paid. Okay, I will have to go to work, gas my car, pray to God my car doesn't break down, pray to God I don't have an emergency in between, now and my next paycheck, whatever the case may be.
I remember talking about this. I remember talking about this on my last video. I said something along the lines of like, you should have a 6-month emergency account. This is a great time for Orlando University. Let me ask you this, guys. What could have helped her out during this hard time? Now, I just want to be clear. She did use words like emergency. She did use words like, if something bad happens. If she had this thing that I tell people all the time to do, she would have been in a better position for when things like this happen. Now, I'm not gonna do multiple choice on this one, guys, because it's if you've been in Orlando University, you know the answer to this. So come on, guys, I'll wait. I'll give you 3 seconds, okay? Okay. If you said an emergency savings account, particularly a 6-month emergency savings account, people get mad at me because I tell them, hey, and if an emergency happens, you need to save money so that you are prepared. And you know what people say to me? People say to me, Orlando, they get mad at me. They get mad at me. You do know. You do know the money you're saving, it stays in your account. You're not giving me the money. It's your money that you can use in emergencies. But let's continue to hear what else she has to say.
And people love to say things like, well, you should be saving your money because you're supposed to have 6 months of your salary saved in the bank account. Off. Because nobody has that. Okay?
Nobody.
Like, nobody has that. Let's be realistic here. People are like, can't even afford their food or their medical. And speaking of medical, that's about I'm not even going to get started on that. I already know. People are going to be, if you make $85,000 a year, you're going to be paying $24,000 a year for healthcare. What the fuck? If you're married. That's just one example. Like the whole house is on fire, guys. Okay, the whole house is on fire.
But I thought the economy was good. That's what I hear. I mean, the economy's great. She says the house is on fire, but she can't save the money to protect her house.
Oh, come on!
This is what I'm saying. A lot of times, all I heard was zero accountability for not saving the money. Again, she says, no one can do that. No one does it. Is that true? Because people I know, people that I talk to, they do it all the time. So you're saying it's impossible to save nobody's doing that. It sounds like you're shooting your own self in the foot. Guys, I've seen this over and over and over again. How much you want to bet I pull back? I pull back the finances. I pull back the finances. What will I see? DoorDash. Oh, you went to that Chris Brown concert. Oh, you went to another concert. Didn't you just come back from Cancun? Well, Orlando, I got to live my life. It changes. And I can promise you this. I've seen enough tax returns. I've seen enough financial files of individuals who are asking me to lend them money to know that every time I see it, there is a huge pie graph. And 80 to 70, 60, 50% of it is restaurants. So you're telling me you couldn't save that and eat at home? You didn't want to eat at home. That's the truth.
Come on, man!
With all this happening, everybody is asking you to get into more debt. Some people will be laid. Federal workers today got a notice of a layoff. And then I can promise you someone right now is applying for a credit card, not to survive. I'm pretty sure there's a ton of those. But some of these people will then use that same credit card. And when the government gets shut back on, they're going to go straight to Amazon. They're going to go straight to Walmart. And they're going to rack up thousands of dollars of debt for Christmas. Rack up thousands of dollars of debt for Thanksgiving. Because the faucet got turned back on and you get back pay.
Don't be a fool.
But the government has shut down. And I don't even know what's going on. I'm going into the office. Y'all, this has been such a roller coaster ride as a government worker. I've worked for the government for 35 years and I loved my job, and it was always like the safest place to work as far as security, so for this to be happening is like, wow. Now, we've been through stuff like this before, but there was never threats of layoffs and things like that. So for that to be in the air is like, wow. It's real, real crazy. So
now, imagine knowing all of this information. Knowing that, something is wrong. They're adding layoffs into this now. And still not thinking ahead and thinking to yourself, maybe I should start preparing for this. I just want to be perfectly clear in this. I don't want anyone to lose their job. I don't want anyone to lose their job. The reality is, some of you guys might.
Wait, what?
And my whole purpose was, hey, you're trying to get your finances together? Oh, maybe you should budget. Oh, you're trying to get your finances together? Don't buy a house. You're trying to get your finances together? Don't buy that expensive car. You're trying to get your finances together? Put you and your family first.
Fact.
And you see how she said, oh, well, you know, I've been working for 35 years. They don't care how long you've been working there. They will fire you if you've been working there 2,000 years. You could have created the federal government and you will get fired. They do not care, especially if that 35 years equals a high pay. Because from my understanding, we all know how federal work works. The longer you're there, the more you get paid. And they see that. Maybe if we got rid of her, then we could hire someone, 2, 3, 4, 5 other people. Because her salary is so high.
Come on, man.
And then here's the thing. What are your chances of getting back a job like that? You've been there for 35 years, so I would assume that you're 50 plus. What happens to workers who are 50 plus years old trying to get into a new field? Does your experience count then? Or does it not matter? This is the reason why I say prepare. This is the reason why I yell from a rooftop, maybe you should think about it.
The fact that we still expect federal workers to continue working without pay during this government shutdown is diabolical. Because you're telling me that we are expecting these people to still wake up early, pack their lunch, commute to work, sit at their desks, and perform their job duties fully and safely, all without getting pay. Oh, and then fun fact, members of Congress and the president still get paid during government shutdowns because their pay is constitutionally protected. So, hello?
You know what's funny is when you see the light bulb go off in people's heads. When you see someone go, so they don't care about me? So you're telling me I elected an official and they only care about themselves? You're telling me my boss, he gave me the bad news of getting laid off and he didn't give me a heads up?
It's an evil world we live in.
You know what I heard from one of my viewers? And I asked him, can I share the story? He said he got laid off before the shutdown. And you know what his boss told him? When he asked him, hey, how come you didn't give me a chance? How come you didn't let me know? Give me a heads up. He was like, haven't you been watching the news? We've known about this government shutdown for about a week or two. That's your boss. That's the guy that you're eating hamburgers with and drinking sweet tea with. They go, oh, we're family.
I used to look up to you, man. How could you do this?
Anyway, I don't want to make this video any longer, but guys, listen. My point that I'm trying to make is that we knew that this was coming. And so the point is that I just want people to be prepared. I know we make it fun over here, we make it entertaining, but the truth of the matter is that I understand this is your livelihood and you want your paychecks, right? But here's the thing, the problem that we're gonna run into that I think is gonna come up in the next couple of weeks, we don't know how long this shutdown is gonna happen, but the longer we go in this shutdown and people don't get their paycheck, we already know 70% of individuals live paycheck to paycheck. So what happens when we get to the next payment cycle of the 15th and people aren't getting paid? What's going to happen then? That's when you start seeing things really crack in the system. That's when we start seeing people not show up for jobs. That's when people say, you know what? I'm done.
Don't care.
I'm not here to be a conspiracy theorist or anything like that. All I'm saying to you is that you have to protect yourself more than anybody in this situation. Because no one, when I say no one will look out for you better than you. That's my point. Better than you. No one. So make sure you take care of you and your family in these trying times, guys. Listen, and if you love content like this, please join the Patreon. We do exclusive videos over there, guys. You will love it. And also, too, we all know you won't get all of your information off this one video. I need you to watch this video right here. Yes, this one right here. It will give you information on the housing market, financial news, and get you into your first rental property. I will see you guys on the next one. Thanks.